doing this morning? Good, good, good. I've been married 17 years. I've been in the trenches of marriage, the ups and downs. Anybody been in the ups and downs of marriage? Right? Anybody ever been in a place where you heard such an amazing inspirational message? Maybe it's a sermon, a podcast, or something like that. And you're like, that's exactly what I needed to hear. My whole life's gonna turn around. It's gonna change for the better, and everything's just gonna fall into place. And then life hits. And then the baby's crying. And then the bills come in, and then some breaks in the house, and everything that could go wrong would go wrong in a moment, right? And then you feel like, I thought I was gonna turn things around. How about marriage? In marriage like that, you think marriage is gonna fall into place, things are gonna get good, and everything's gonna be bubbly and high and mighty, right? But then you get in the trenches, you're like, how do I do this thing, right? That's what marriage intensive brings. It brings the practicality to your marriage. How do you show up and do marriage God's way as a husband and as a wife for each other? Can I read some testimonies to y'all of couples that we've been able to do marriage intensives with? Is that all right? One couple said, this marriage intensive saved our marriage. Their style is not to get in a drama of situations. It's to realign our beliefs according to the Lord's teaching and prioritize your relationship. You can go to therapy for endless sessions and not get a quarter of what you would get in 1 or 2 days. If you're on the fence, do it. Don't think about it. Your relationship is worth the investment. One couple said, we just seemed like we couldn't get over that hurdle. Now we have the tools to help us get over that. And if it comes up, and I hope it doesn't, we know where to go and how to fix it and not go backwards. Anybody want to go forward in their marriage? Come on, I'm with you. I'm the same way. As marriage intensive facilitators, we create an environment where you have extended time to practically put your hands on your marriage and work on your issues, your marital issues, your real issues, not fabricated ones, the ones that have you at an impasse, the one that has you at a brick wall, right? And you get to rebuild the bond of your relationship. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get you in a room and say, let's self-discover and become aware that God has a practical plan for your marriage. Let's discover how our beliefs, what Brandon was talking about, how our beliefs create barriers for us to move forward in our marriage. But let's also reconnect through marital connection. How can we as husbands and wives share our hearts with each other in a way that's safe, that's transparent, in a way that's real and vulnerable? And how can we listen? Come on, anybody remember the lost art of listening? How can we begin to learn to listen to the heart of our spouse in a way that where we hear them and see them like we never have before? And then we move in a time of alignment where we understand, did you know God had some practical steps on how to do marriage? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that the Bible actually says if you do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, our marriage will be amazing. Did y'all know that? So, but sometimes do y'all realize that we can do marriage our way instead of God's way? Anybody testify to that? Well, in the marriage alignment section, we teach and understand, self-discover how we got out of step with God and his practical plan for marriage, and how can we get back in step with God and get back in alignment with him. And we do that in a practical way. And then we move in a transformational section where we actually teach you a powerful communication tool. Is anybody struggling with communication, the big C word? Raise your hand if you are. Man, we teach a powerful tool on how to resolve conflict, how to talk to each other in a safe, transparent way, how to hear each other in a safe, transparent way, and how to actually practically work through issues and conflicts that you have had over the years of your life and come to breakthrough, come to reconciliation, come to restoration, come to understanding, and then come to a solution to where you will never fall in that pit again. Does anybody want to get out of the pit? Well, we want to do it with you and want to have you with accountability and have you have us in your corner to teach you and walk through this session. It's called a marriage intensive. We do 1 and 2 day sessions. They're 8-hour sessions. So if you're going to come, you're coming to work, all right? Anybody want to work on their marriage? Are you tired of just hearing inspirational things, but you want to really get in the field and put the work in and work on your marriage? Well, 8-hour day or 16-hour day, we lock in, we plug in, and we actually do the work, and we work on the things that are relevant for you. We do 1 day or 2 day in Dallas, Fort Worth. We do them virtually as well around the globe. And our heart really and our soul is to heal marriages, to empower marriages, but most importantly, to equip marriages to be independent and not dependent. We want to be independent, stewarding our marriages, stewarding our relationships, letting our covenant marriage reflect the heart of God, and let that spill over into our parenting. One thing for sure, one thing for certain, whether you've been married 1 year or you're going on 50 years, conflict is going to be present in your marriage. Do you know how to steward that well? We talk about stewardship a lot. Stewardship is management. Can we manage our conflict and manage our marriage in a way where we have tools in our tool belt to do it effectively and reflect the glory of God? Marriage intensives is not just for those that are in the room to say, if I don't hear a word today, me and my husband or my wife, we getting divorced. I better hear something today, God. You better let me know. If that's you and you're in crisis, it's for you. If you're married and you say, man, we're good, we're coasting, we're cruising, we're doing good times, and we're in a good lane right now, guess what? It's for you too, because you can always learn something new. Amen? And for that couple that you're cruising right now and you're content, but you say, I know what? There's something deeper. I want a bond that's deeper with my spouse. I want to grow deeper. Guess what? It's for you too. And for the singles and the newlyweds that say, you know what? We just got married or we're thinking about getting married, but we want to build our marriage on a strong, stable foundation, not with just pie-in-the-sky dreams, but with tangible tools in our hands. It's for you. And so whenever that QR code comes up, or whenever you see one of us around here that are representing the Marriage Institute, XO Marriage Institute and services, please come talk to us, because we want to serve you. Our heart and passion is to make marriages not just being here surviving, but being here thriving. Amen? Amen.
All right. Thank you, Brock.